यार मैं कोई सपना तो नहीं देख रहा हूँ.
I play the role of Sia Agasti, who's the wife of Vivan Agasti, and we basically, we're two people who've gone on like a second honeymoon almost. We're going on a vacation to the Fiji Islands, and there we chance upon Mr. Khan, who's played by Mr. Paresh Rawal, who offers to play a game, the game of Table 21 with us, which promises to be very exciting and with a fantastic prize money of 21 crores. But my character isn't character specific, it's more about how any normal girl would react in a situation like this, because they're being asked to do the most bizarre, crazy things in the game, and it's their hidden secrets that are exposed and what that does to their lives. Their lives are completely overturned. So that's what my character is. It's about anybody, it could be you, it could be me, how they react in such a situation. They're all very different, simply because of the storylines. Like Ye Fasle was about, it was a thriller drama, but it was more about me finding out about deceit. Marigold Hotel, Best Exotic Marigold Hotel was a comedy, which is about the Britishers coming to India and how their experience while in India, and I'm dealing with my own internal boyfriend issues. And this is about a game of truth and dare. And what sort of changes it brings about in our lives. So they're all very, very different storylines, so you cannot compare any of them. I was nervous from day 1 to day 30, 35. I was constantly nervous in front of him because of how quick he is, however difficult the scene, he's just able to do it in the first take. And that made me very jealous, I would be like, dude, take 5 minutes, think about the scene and then do it, he's effortlessly intense, he's effortlessly amazing. We've seen him in 5,000 films before, but then when you see him do that in front of you, to see his process, to see the ease with which he does his job, it's just awe-inspiring and obviously a pleasure to watch. Rajeev as well, I can add, is equally effortless in his intense scenes. And he's also very approachable, he's very understanding. We had all of our scenes together, so he's very conscious about whether I understood what was required and whether I was comfortable. And I appreciate that because when you're working, actually that's what I was relying on when I got the film. I was depending on their brilliance for my performance to also come out, because I knew that the film is about these 3 central characters and that they all have to be strong. And I'm also grateful to them for being understanding of a newcomer.
ये जगह, ये मौसम मेरी जिंदगी के सबसे खूबसूरत 6 दिन रहे.
I don't think kissing scenes are a big deal anymore. Kissing scenes, bikini scenes, all of them have been done for some time now, so it's not something that's discussed anymore, it's not even something that's mentioned anymore, so it wasn't ever a concern. But personally, on a personal level, I find it very uncomfortable to do, so it's something that I needed to calm down about, because on the day of the shoot I was completely freaking out. But I wanted to make sure that the kiss came out looking passionate and not sloppy, because I think that when you have a kissing scene, you have to do it well. If it comes out looking like tacky, then it's just very disgraceful. So I wanted to make sure it came out passionate. Hopefully that's what the audiences will think. And it was of course a challenge, because you had like 2,000-3,000 people watching us. I had just met Rajeev a few days before, and I have personal inhibitions, but I think it came out well, so all's well that ends well. Well, I'm glad it came across as that, but we didn't really put any thought into it. It was more, see, the thing is, since it's not a realistic situation, there are 5,000 different ways in which a character could react. So I would sit and jot down all my points and all my doubts, and I went to Adi, the director, and asked him all my doubts. I was like, why can't we do it like this? Why not that? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? So there was a prep in terms of discussion. We had hours and hours of discussion with Adi. so that I can understand what he wants to portray, what he wants to make the character's journey like. And that's what the preparation was. Just read the script and understand it and think of the different ways in which you could play it, which one you thought would be most successful on screen. If I can be a little preachy, my best friend in college actually told me that, you know, people lie only if they want to try and cover up something that they've done that they regret, or if they're ashamed about something in their life, because otherwise why else will you lie? I think the wiser thing would be to think about what you do before you do it, so that you don't regret it later and therefore you don't have to lie. And I tried following that advice, and I realized that is helpful. You know, it's just much better to be honest and not lie, because people just trust you more and open up to you more when you're honest. So I actually do have a huge problem with lying, but I think it's getting popular to be negative. I can say is I'm very confident of the film. As strong as it was on script, it's equally, if not stronger, on film. I definitely will say that the audiences will leave the theatres with a thought in their mind that will probably get them to rethink matters or the way they lived their lives. I think it's a brilliant start of the year. I think it's a thoughtful, genuine, intelligent film which is also entertaining. So it's a great way to start off. I hope everyone thinks so as well. Hi, this is Tena Desae and you're watching Biscoot.com.